Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Keystone Bullet Premier 30RI. I'm here to walk you around the unit, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you have plenty of room for that awning to come out. You're also going to have a slide, and then you've got a top for your outdoor kitchen down there. Be plenty of room for all of them to come in and out unimpeded. Now on your off camp side, besides your slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way back here on the rear, driver's side, or off camp side of your tow vehicle. Then your docking station. Sure, checking your water right now. Docking station is all going to be up here at the front. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing we're going to do is level our unit. This unit comes with a power tongue jack. So, night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Now if for some reason you lose power, this manual hand crank right here. Get up underneath this rubber stopper. Same crank that you use for your stabilizing jacks will work on your power tongue jack. Let's get that up and down from here. Speaking of power, check your battery posts every now and then. Make sure they haven't wiggled loose. Got your unit level. Next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Your unit is equipped with power stabilizing jacks. Come over here to your docking station. Up here in the back corner. We'll retract the front ones up real quick. This is where you get to these. This will be your front, these will be your back. We'll retract these up real quick and talk about them. So when you're bringing them down, they may come down one at a time. When you bring them down, make sure you kind of straighten your feet out. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight, really good investment. Use a 10% off coupon, grab a 4-pack, put them down underneath these, and run these down just until they're taut. Once it feels like you're starting to lift the unit, stop. Because remember, we already have our unit level, we just want to stabilize it. Alright, we got our unit level and stable. A few more in the back to put down. See where those are located. Got our unit level and stable. Let's hook up our power and water. 50 amp cord on the back here, the new pistol grips on the short cord. The way they go on is they come in to the left. Once it's in, turn it to the right, and then wiggle your black washer on there. At the end of that 50 amp service at a campsite, should you need to plug into a 30 amp, there's a 50 to 30 amp dog bone, we call it. And at the end of that, if you need to plug into a 110 somewhere, 30 to 15 amp reducer, you can plug right on the end of that 30 there as well. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. Yours is located just to the left of the entry doorway. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is make sure our drain plug's back in. Get that in there nice and snug. That's an 1 1/8" socket. Once it's in there nice and tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now after that hose has been on for a little bit, Go inside and open up your slides, open up your water lines, and get all the air out of the lines. Get a nice steady flow of water going through all your water lines, then shut them off. Then you'll know that your hot water heater is full. You can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use city water. We're gonna go dry camping, or boondocking as some people call it. In that case, we're gonna fill up our freshwater tank. No need for water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Don't leave this unattended when you're filling it. Once it's full, go ahead and remove that hose, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump outdoors. Or excuse me, your water pump inside. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set up with power and water. I'm going to walk you around the rest of the unit, continuing here in the docking station. So we got our city water, our fresh water. That's our black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black tanks. Here's where you turn to winterize this and to bypass your water heater when winterizing. And there's where you'll put your hose for your antifreeze in the winter. Up here is your stabilizing jacks again. Down that, cable and satellite. It's just a extra little hole in case they have something else they wanted to install there. And it's satellite prep, actually. It's prep if you want to hook a satellite up. This is a outdoor hot and cold shower. Down below, outside that docking station, you are prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. Again, your stabilizing jacks. Here's our black and gray tanks. You also have an extra gray tank for your outdoor kitchen over there. This is a flue for your furnace. Two things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. That's access to the back of your fridge. Again, your power source, stabilizing jacks. Get a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof, and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Y'all prepped for a camera here that you can purchase from Keystone. That'll hook onto there. Cover for your spare tire. Recommend keeping that on there. It keeps it from dry rotting. Helps prevent it. Coming around here to your outdoor kitchen area. Got a 32-inch Signia TV that'll go in here. Cable and satellite hookup is there. Outdoor fridge. A couple of outdoor speakers. Got a couple of 110s out here next to your hot water heater. Coming back around front. Huge pass-through storage. Pegboard on the back. Slam latches on these. When pulling these down, these aren't magnets, so don't just pull them. Lift up on this. The propane does come with a cover. It's on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. There's your batteries. Again, check your battery posts every now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Back behind your batteries there is your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector, which is always running off that. This docking light here is actually this switch here, and this is individual lighting as well. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Okay, coming up inside your unit. First thing I always like to point out, immediately to your left is going to be your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Coming up here to your right is going to be your control panel. So there's where you see your brand new battery, fresh water filling now, black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric. Here's where you turn on that water pump for potable water. Porch and ceiling lights, glide controls, awning, and glide control. I'll run your awning in, show you that coming back in. On that awning, when you're running it out, only run it out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your brown bar. If you hold this button down while you're running it out, it's going to continue to run itself out and past the point and start to run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. The porch light is actually your awning light. Down below that's going to be your lighting. And the hallway is going to be a thermostat. Crank your air up real quick. Hear that running. Shut your air off. Oops. You gotta go to mode off. Should shut off rather quickly. But go to heat. You hear that kick on. Now when I shut the heat off, you'll notice it's going to take a few minutes for the fan to cycle through before that shuts off. Coming down here on the floor is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt, always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping or boondocking, nothing plugged in, charge your battery. Use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down if you're going to be gone for the whole day. Got some cabinetry here, closets, Dometic fridge. We'll show you how to open that up. Up here at the top's where you turn it on. Press that in, we're running on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're running off gas. Lift up that button and now you're running off gas. If that light comes on, your gas is low. You can change your settings 1 through 5 in here. Where'd that go? I thought you had a cold to colder setting in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's your settings. Bring that up and down. Your chairs, strap them in for travel. You got lots of straps down there, use them. These are all individual lighting. Above your dinette's going to be your smoke alarm, a couple indoor speakers. Your recliners are just a parachute pole recliner, we call them. Grab the parachute pole and lift up on it. You'll have to use your legs to press them back down. Store all your remotes in here. Here's your Sansui remote. The other TV remote, your Insignia, is going to be for your outdoor TV.
Claims that Mr. Trump and his supporters made.
Politics on. You also have a remote for your fireplace and sound system, which I'll go over to right now. Sound system's up top. AM, FM, Bluetooth, dual zoned. Shut it off in here and turn it on outdoors. Turn them both on. Nice system. Down below that, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing is the heat. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, crank the heat up on this thing and it'll get it toasty in here in no time. If you're plugged into a campsite, use their electricity and get it warm in here instead of using up your gas that you paid for. Show you real quickly how to set up your sofa into a bed. Now you want to stand in the middle, it gives you the best leverage. Remove your Velcro cushions. Lift in the middle, fold your legs out, hold towards you, and lay it back down. Now the biggest thing you want to remember when putting this away is to lift your back up first. If you lift that front up first, it's going to damage it. I should have some storage in your arms on this. Again, standing in the middle gives you great leverage. Bring your legs in, jackknife this down, return your cushions, and just that quickly you're back to a sofa. On your island here, the pop-up power port. Inside, a little plumbing to maintain. Just keep an eye on your plumbing. Mostly PEX nowadays. Again, you're bouncing a house down the road. Self-explanatory microwave. Above your cooktop, you got a fan and a light. Cooktop, just fold that back. That makes a nice backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light. It's going to turn red. Hit your spark. There's your flame. Same thing on your oven. Turn it to this flame. Hit your spark down here. That will light it. And then turn it to the desired temperature. Rock that panel light down. It becomes an oven light. Make sure for travel you have that down as well. And in the hallway here, underneath all these cabinetry, is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Ton of 15s in there. I see a 10. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Back into our bathroom real quick. Just want to mention you have a hand crank power exhaust here. Your shower, make sure when you travel you have this shower snapped closed. More plumbing to keep an eye on. 110 with GFCI reset. Brings us into our bedroom where we have our own separate AC unit. Prep for TV, 110 and cable here. Here's your backer. Also have a little storage underneath here. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start in the back and shut them lights off. Then come to my control panel. Shut off any ceiling lights and porch lights I can. That shows me all the individual lighting that I need to walk through the unit and shut off. Got all of our accent lighting done. Head back over here to our control panel. Turn on the ceiling lights so we can see everything coming in. We can shut this off from here and we'll bring our slides in. So I start by saying doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Glide room number one, just hit in. This can be our kitchen side. You see the importance of having all those doors and drawers closed? Because these utilize about every inch they can on these. Glide room number two, it's going to be our other side over here. Shut off our lights. Exiting the unit. Biggest thing you want to remember on these steps is to make sure the exterior door is all the way open when lifting this, otherwise that's going to catch on it. And as I bring this up, show you do have adjustable legs with just little cotter pins to remove here to bring them up and down. Make sure on uneven ground. You come inside, turn this right or left, it doesn't matter, to lock that in. Before you leave the dump station, make sure you lock and deadbolt this exterior door. Lift and turn that handle for travel. At this point, we're going to unhook all our cable, our water, and our power. If we are out boondocking, you can get up underneath there and dump that fresh water tank. Otherwise, hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be between your tires in the front on your off-camp side. We're going to start up here in the front so we can start with our black tank. 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up, pull your left handle, which is going to be your black tank. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, look at the level of your black tank, make sure it is empty. If it is empty, leave that black handle open. Again, stressing leave that black handle open. Grab the hose at the dump station and hook it up here and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose. Make sure all that washout that you just put in there has drained. After that is drained, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. It's gonna be cleaner water as your sinks, your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that gray's done, close that, grab your hose and come down to this gray tank.
All those have solar panels.
Now while that's draining, go ahead and open up your low point drains there. When low point drains are done, hop on over here to your hot water heater. Open that up. Lift up on your pressure release valve. Just like that, hot water is going to come out. Lift it straight up and it'll hold itself. Once that's done, flip that handle back down, otherwise your door won't close. Then you can pull your drain plug. Head back around. Make sure that last gray tank is done. When it is, close that gray handle. Take your sewage hose, come right down here, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Premier for many years to come. Happy camping.